Julius Malema is a name that needs little introduction in South Africa. He is the commander-in-chief of the Economic Freedom Fighters, or EFF, a political party known for its red berets and radical policy proposals. Malema is, honestly, a polarizing figure. To his supporters, he is a revolutionary voice for the poor and disenfranchised. He speaks truth to power. He challenges the status quo. But to his critics, he is a populist demagogue. They see him as a threat to stability and economic progress. His political career has been a roller coaster of high-stakes rhetoric, public battles, and numerous court appearances. Any legal trouble becomes a matter of intense public interest. This case, though, was different from his usual disputes. It involved a firearm, a public rally, and a video that went viral across the globe. The image of a leader seemingly firing a rifle into the air was shocking and deeply concerning. If you enjoyed this video, keep on subscribing to help the channel grow. The story begins on a chilly day in July 2018. The EFF were celebrating their 5th anniversary, a massive rally at Sisa Dukashi Stadium in Mdantsane. Thousands of supporters, all dressed in red, filled the stadium. The atmosphere was electric. There was singing, there was dancing, there were powerful speeches, a show of force for a young party, meant to showcase growth, energy, and grassroots connection. As the rally drew to a close, the now infamous incident occurred. A mobile phone video began circulating on social media. The footage showed Julius Malema on stage surrounded by party leaders and security. He is seen taking what appears to be a semi-automatic rifle from his bodyguard, Adrian Snyman. Malema points the firearm toward the sky. He pulls the trigger. A loud bang is heard. A visible muzzle flash suggests a live round. Malema hands the weapon back to Snyman. The video spread like wildfire. News outlets picked it up. It led national bulletins. Public reaction was swift and divided. Following a thorough investigation by the South African Police Service and a decision by the National Prosecuting Authority, Julius Malema and Adrian Snyman were formally charged. The charges were serious and multiple, under South Africa's stringent firearms and public safety laws. Each carried distinct standards of proof and penalties, fines and possible prison time. The state built a comprehensive case to ensure a conviction. Malema faced a count of unlawfully discharging a firearm in a public place, a direct violation of the Firearms Control Act. He was also charged with possession of an unlicensed firearm and ammunition. The rifle allegedly belonged to his bodyguard, Adrian Snyman. Malema was not licensed to possess that weapon. Snyman faced charges for contravening the act by negligently allowing its use. The law places a heavy burden on gun owners to maintain control. Handing a rifle to an unlicensed individual in public is a serious offense. This linked Snyman directly to Malema's alleged actions. Both also faced a charge under the Possession of Dangerous Weapons Act, covering reckless endangerment of thousands present. The prosecution's strategy: a web of charges painting recklessness and disregard for the law. For the state, it was about accountability for potentially catastrophic consequences. The stage was set for a complex legal battle. After formal charges in 2019, the case began in the East London Magistrates' Court. Procedural steps, bail, and dates followed. Delays and postponements marked the path to trial. The parties exchanged evidence and argued procedure. Dismissal attempts failed. There was a case to answer. Trial commenced with state witnesses, police, forensic experts, and eyewitnesses. The state's centerpiece was the viral video. The smoking gun, they argued. A forensic expert testified the object was a real firearm and the sound matched a gunshot. He identified a visible muzzle flash consistent with a live round. Security described chaos and limited visibility on a packed stage. The state portrayed reckless celebration enabled by negligent weapon control. They emphasized higher standards for licensed owners like Snyman. The defense, led by advocate Lawrence Hodes, mounted a multi-pronged attack. They argued the object was not a real firearm, perhaps a prop or toy. They challenged the video's quality and identification value. Hodes probed the forensic analysis as subjective and inconclusive. He suggested the flash could be a lighting reflection, and the bang could be a sound effect or firecracker. No recovered weapon, no spent cartridge, no definitive eyewitness. The defense filed a Section 174 application for discharge. The magistrate heard both sides. This became pivotal. The decision would determine if the accused had to testify. The state urged the court to view evidence in totality: video, experts, and law. The question: had the state met its burden beyond reasonable doubt? Magistrate Toinette Olivier sifted competing narratives and evidence. Her judgment, delivered yesterday, focused on evidence quality. On the Section 174 application, she assessed whether a prima facie case existed. She noted the expert could not be 100% certain from video alone. A replica could not be definitively ruled out. The actual firearm was never recovered. No spent cartridge was found, problematic for a semi-automatic discharge claim. The primary video was of insufficient quality to be conclusive. Witnesses were unreliable and often contradictory. She granted the Section 174 application. Both Julius Malema and Adrian Snyman were found not guilty on all charges. The case ended before the defense had to call witnesses, a comprehensive legal victory for Malema and the EFF. The court found the state's evidence poor and contradictory. A replica or simulation could not be reasonably excluded. He walked out a free man, no criminal conviction, but not guilty is not the same as public consensus of innocence. The judgment says only that the state failed to prove its case. Acquittal rested on weaknesses in proof, not proof of a toy. This distinction is crucial. Politically, the acquittal is a significant victory for Malema. Critics question the state's capacity to prosecute high-profile cases. Failures to gather physical evidence may erode public confidence. The trial is over, but debates on leadership and responsibility continue.